Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Tony T. It's time for our NHL series picks here from Steve Duncan, professional handicappers over at Tony'sPicks.com, as we're in the first round of the NHL playoffs, which are set to begin here on Saturday. So we'll bring Steve in right now. We'll get the 8 picks from these 8 first-round series. Steve, all excited here for the NHL playoffs?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is when we get down to the money here now. Getting into NHL, crushing in NHL a lot lately. So, especially for the playoffs, I've been making big money in the playoffs the last 5 years, and this is going to be an exciting playoff series. We got a lot of parity. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Certainly will. Looking forward to it. So let's go ahead and let's get this show started here, as we're going to take a look here. We'll begin here with the first series here. Islanders and Hurricanes Eastern Conference here. We're seeing the Hurricanes big favorite here to win this series, but you'll be looking at this one a little differently just than this plain straight series.
Yeah, it's hard to get value when the Hurricanes are getting such a big price, but I don't see the Islanders being able to keep up to the pace of Carolina here. They got a lot of old players. They've been fighting just to barely get into the playoffs. So I don't know how much legs they're going to have to go against the Hurricanes. I could see the Hurricanes sweeping this. I certainly could see them winning in 5. So to get value out of this, we'll go Hurricanes under 5.5 games for plus 225. I think that's pretty decent value. They're getting better goaltending as of late. And as long as they get their goaltending, I don't think the Islanders have much of a chance here.
All right, Steve Duncan, click the link below for his best bets. The pick here in the Hurricanes and Islanders is Hurricanes to win with series under 5.5 games, a parlay at plus 225. All right, let's continue here on our NHL series show here, NHL playoffs. Round 1 of the NHL playoffs. We'll continue here with the next game here on the board, and that one will be, we've got Maple Leafs and Bruins. Bruins about $1.28 to win this series, plus 108 on the other side.
I'm going to play it safe here and just take the Bruins. If you want to get a little funky, I don't think this is going 7. I think the Bruins will win under 7, so you can find some value on that. The Bruins just have a way better defense. The Maple Leafs, how poor the Maple Leafs is not being talked about enough. Their defense is really, really bad. And I don't trust Samsonov or the rookie Wall to be able to come correct here in this series. You got even if Boston does have a problem with goaltending, with whoever they put in, whether it be Ulrich or Swanson, I still think that they got a backup that can kick butt. If the Maple Leafs have a problem, they have a problem. So I think the Bruins win this handily. However, I'll just take the minus 128. That's really good value on a money line for a Bruins team that has a way better defense, a little bit better depth on forward. The only way the Maple Leafs are going to win this series is if they outscore them. And we know in the playoffs, defense wins. So I'm taking the Bruins money line.
All right, Steve Duncan, get his premium plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. You'll find a link in the description. Bruins and Maple Leafs. Bruins to win series minus the 128. All right, guys. Remember to use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off all Steve Duncan's premium pick package. The link is in the description to sign up. All right, let's continue on here as we're getting ready here for the next game. Here on the board, we're going to look at here at Lightning Panthers. Panthers about $1.93 in this one. Take back on the Lightning plus 168.
Yeah, this one is actually a really tough one to cap. You can get total number of games over 5 at plus 225. I think that's great value. That would mean that neither team is going to win 4-1, and plus 225. I'm all over that. This series should go long. I'm not sure. I have my lean on who's going to win on the side, but I'm really surprised you can find that. So we'll take the plus 225 for number of games over 5. I think this goes 6 or maybe even 7. It's state versus state. It's like the Sunshine State battle. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a very tough series.
All right, Steve Duncan here with the Lightning Panthers. The series, he likes the total number of games over 5, the return plus 225. All right, let's continue here on our rundown here from all 8 series from the round 1 of the NHL playoffs. We're ready here for our next game. It will be Capitals and Rangers. I'm taking a look here with the odds. Looks like the Rangers favored here at 455. Take back on the Capitals plus 365.
It's my surprise of the series. I'm taking the Capitals. I think the Rangers are going to undervalue the Capitals here. The only problem I have is that the Rangers have them up the middle. However, I'm not a big Zibanejad fan, and I don't think Trocheck is a true number 1. That being said, the Capitals are a way bigger team, especially on defense. And I've been championing Carberry all year long, and turns out that I was correct because the Capitals made it when nobody thought they would. I think Carberry is one of the great minds of hockey we have seen for a very long time. Up there with Barry Trotz, up there with Tortorella, and I think he can pick this team apart. And you got to remember, Laviolette was the coach of the Capitals last year and got fired. I think the Capitals are coming in with confidence. They got nothing to play for. All the pressure is on the Rangers here. And from what I've seen from this Rangers team, when the pressure's on, they crumble. They crumble. I'm going to throw a little flyer at plus 365. Now, you can also go something like series to go over 6 or 5 or something like that. I would look at that as well. I don't think the Rangers are winning in 5 here. If they do win, this is going at least 6. So that's something to look at. But I just wanted to give you a big plus money play. And when it comes in, you can remember Perlo said, Capitals were going to beat the Rangers.
Here you go. Steve Duncan here. Click the link below for his best bets, Capitals and Rangers. He likes Capitals to win the series at plus the 365. All right, we'll continue here on our NHL round 1 series picks here from Steve. Remember, guys, use promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off all Steve's premium packages. The link is in the description. All right, let's continue on here. So we're ready here for the next series. We move out west. Predators, Canucks. We're looking here. Canucks $1.55. Take back on the Predators plus 135.
Yeah, I mean, I like this Nashville team. It's an up and coming team. Does a lot of good pieces, but I think the Canucks just overpower them eventually here. I'd like to take the Canucks at maybe under 7 games or something like that to get better money here, but I've got a lot of respect for Ovi there and in Nashville and what they did to get here. Saros is a great goaltender as well, and I think Odette is a fantastic coach. So I'm giving them some respect here, but really, when it comes down to it, the Canucks just have way too many advantages and way too many parts of the game here to not win this series. So at minus 155, I'll just take that and probably run with it.
All right, Steve Duncan here with Canucks and Predators. He liked Canucks to win series minus the 155. All right, let's continue on here. Ready for our next pick here from the round 1 series, and it will be between the Avalanche and Jets. Avs about $1.30. Take back here 110 on the Jets.
People are loving the Jets in this series, and I get it. They have a strong team, no doubt about that. They have a lot of good two-way players, but actually they don't have as good a two-way players as a lot of people are giving them credit for. There's like I've heard people say that Scheifele is a great two-way player. He's not. Ehlers is a great two-way player. He's not. They do have Velarde, and they have a solid third line. They got the best goaltender in the league, and that's the only thing that has me on a concern here for the Avalanche winning the series. But the Avalanche from top to bottom and on their defense. You got guys like Makar. They've been there before. They got cups in the room. I think overall they're going to just find a way, either offensively, probably offensively, they're going to overpower Winnipeg and take it. I'll take the Avalanche at minus 125. I think that's good value.
All right, Steve Duncan here. Click the link below for his best bets. Avalanche and Jets. Avalanche to win series at minus the 125. All right, let's continue on here on our series picks here for round one of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs as we get ready here for our next series. Stars and Golden Knights. Looks like Stars about $1.31 to win this series against the defending Cup champions.
Yeah, I'm taking the Stars, but I got to say it's with some trepidation. The Golden Knights have some of the most brilliant minds in hockey. And the way they played that game against Anaheim, it feels like a decoy to me. I got to take the Stars just basically on paper. They're a better team as it seems. Hill has not looked good going into this series, but I'm really scared about the stuff that Golden Knights do. They do things that are way above everybody's head. I wouldn't even be surprised if they're telling Hill to not really try all that much. So teams are going into the series thinking that they got an easy goaltender to go against. I know that sounds weird, but this is what the Golden Knights do. They play with people's heads. That's how come they were able to build the team that they have. They're not afraid to give information to their players to make it look like there's something that they're not. I'm scared about this one. I don't think I'm going to bet it, because the Golden Knights have done it over and over and over again. Made themselves look like there's something, and then when it comes right down to it, there's something else. Not to mention last year, the Golden Knights played a collapsed defense against the Stars because the Stars really don't have any big shots from the point. So basically, they just forced them to the point and said, okay, we'll take your shots from the point and we'll put our big defenseman in front of our goaltender and stop shots until you get tired. Are they going to do that again? I could see it. Maybe they got something else going on here. I doubt I'm going to put a pick on this. And we'll see what happens at the end of it, because to me, the Vegas Golden Knights are the most interesting team we have seen ever, maybe. Ever. Like, they do things that are completely off the wall. You don't expect to see it. They make things look like they're not. Everybody gets mad at them because, like, say, Stone, for instance, was out, and all of a sudden he comes back into the playoffs. They use every angle they can to have an advantage over someone else. So, on paper, the Stars should win this one, but I would not be surprised at all if the Golden Knights pull it out. However, I'm going to go with logic, and they'll probably beat my logic, and I'll take the Stars to win the series at minus 131.
All right, Steve Duncan. Get his pre and plays over at TonySpace.com. That's where his best bets are. Click the link in the description. Stars and Golden Knights. Likes the Stars to win series, minus the 131. All right, let's continue on here on our series picks here from round one of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And we're ready for the next series here. For the third year in a row, 2 versus 3 will be Kings and Oilers. Oilers pretty sizable favorites here against the LA Kings.
Yeah, there's not much value here. It looks like the bookies also, just like I do, are having a hard time figuring out what's going to happen. Honestly, I think the bookies are wrong. I think the Oilers will probably win this game one way or another, but you're not getting enough value to take the Oilers. So maybe they are right. LA has a better two-way forwards. Their defense is probably maybe a little better than the Oilers' defense, but the Oilers' offense is way better than LA. And they beat them the last 2 series that they have played, last 2 years, actually. So trying to find value in this game is hard. I would say The only value I could find, and you can see it here, was the Oilers to win in 6 games at plus 425. I think that's very possible. So I'll go with that. I don't know if I'm actually going to bet it, but I do think the Oilers will win this series. If you want to throw all your money at whatever price you're going to get for the Oilers on the money line to win that series, go ahead. I can't do it. So I find value here, so I'll take the plus 425 for the Oilers to win in 6 games.
All right, Steve Duncan here. Oilers to win in 6 games, plus 425 against the LA Kings. All right, we got through our 8 series here in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. So now it's time to turn our attention over to Tony'sPicks.com as we film here on Friday afternoon. We're on the eve of the start of the Stanley Cup playoffs into a huge weekend. Of course, Steve, we're looking for some really great action here over the weekend. We've got first round in the NBA. We got NHL first round action over the weekend. Of course, baseball is going to have big cards. We can see good results from Steve and NBA over the past 30 days. What we have gone over at Tony'sPicks.com.
Wow, playoffs are going to be huge. Like I said, I've been up like crazy amount of units 5 years ago in the playoffs, and I don't think that's going to change this year. So I'll have some best bets, but honestly, you really got to be looking at the long-term packages right now. Get the month package for the playoffs this year because that's where the money is at. Per game, I'll do well. Per series, I'll do extremely well. And you'll make a lot of money. So that would be where I'd be heading right now. MLB, it's been back and forth a little bit. We're trying to figure out which team is going to be what. There's a lot of these, a lot of the great teams are kind of feeling everything out right now, and I think they'll eventually take off here. The MLB in the long run is going to go up huge, huge, huge. So that's why I'd be looking at long-term packages right now. It's the way to go. You get 20% off at Tony T if you promo code Tony T. So get into the long-term packages. That's where you're making your money. That's where you're making huge scratch. Take one of those, maybe just dip your toe in and take a week or whatever the case may be. But eventually you'll be taking a year with most of the cappers here. I would say almost all the cappers here. Some of the best cappers in North America. Come check it out. You're going to make money. There's little doubt about that. And the most of all, we're just going to have fun, man. Have fun in making money. Wow, what a concept.
That's right. All right, guys. Yeah, over Steve Duncan over at Tony'sPicks.com. NHL season here, postseason, as well as NBA postseason. A lot of the baseball. And click the link in the description. You'll land right here on Steve's handicapper page. You'll find the multi-pass. You want to try out for the weekend? We have the 3-day pass, 7-day pass. Will give you a good eye there for all the playoff action here for the next 7 days, all the way up to the 30 and the 1-year all sports pass. Whatever you choose, if you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you'll save 20% off. Click the link in the description. You'll land right on Steve's page. Go ahead and get signed up. All right, Steve, as always, great having you show. Continue the success. We'll catch up with you. Well, we're filming this afternoon. Well, later tonight as we dive into some of these games here for Saturday.
Yes. That's going to be good times right there. Everybody enjoy the great playoff hockey and basketball. This is a wonderful time for sports right now. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.
You got it for Steve. I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you guys later.